bum. Switch this to this. Bum, bum, dun, dun, dun. Okay. It's here. Okay. Hello. For anyone watching and everything. Then everything's here. Okay. And it's not working. Hope you're all doing well. Having a good day. I'm going to do some of the Arknights. I've been holding off on trying to do this because I want to stream it. It's been a while. Just gonna get the I think the base things can probably wait. Yeah. Oh, well, probably. I'll leave the rest till later. Cause don't wanna have to it's too much in this. But I will first, just before I do the event here, this is what I'm gonna end up doing. I love the music in Arknights. I'm just gonna get the sorry, I'm bouncing back and forward between what I'm thinking. I'm just like, do the headhunting now or in a few minutes? No, we'll get straight into this. Leave the headhunting for after. That way, in a few minutes, when the reset happens, we'll have that. Here we go. Knock. Enter. The human realm vanishes. Since ancient times, where virtues has taken its steps, vice has leapt a mile. Nature's catastrophe and humanity's calamities pain the common people to their end. Hope this is coming true, right? But, as the saying goes, humanity will conquer its fate. Conquers fate, and the evil can never triumph over good. You gallant saviors walk the cardinal winds, where found you draw your arms to combat the terrors on the weak. In all writing new and old, how living still are such bright flower scholars. As they say, fair the food, the wine, and the scenery, fair the people, their virtue, and their company. We see those heroes looming out of time immemorial, each one a past paragon of the right. Paragon, right? Yeah. Hey. Yes, I see two benefactors are wandering to your cores, paragons of right and blessed, solemn scene art chivalry. Surely you must be hermits of the realm of the highest honor? Oh? Surely the firmaments took pity on me, spoke that my life shouldn't end here. When those fiendish brutes enter my mind, my rage at once just swells in crescendo. Yet while out of my senses I charge headlong into their lair, I lament in it came to that. It's a blessing that 2 Lumerians rescued me, and only then I could escape intact. As the proverb goes, mere thanks pale before mighty grace. The least I can offer to you, benefactors, is a divination. What do you think of that, as a mark of tribute? Hey! I guess it could let me read the divining magazine you have. I'm trying to pass time right now. Aha! Mislava! That would be your misconception. As they say, bear a person not by their faults, and strike them not to their looks. Get to the point. Aha! Truly insight is like a torch in the dark, Miss Lava. It's just like the proverb goes. Aid must be seen to the end, like boats are to the shore. Though the 2 of you helped fend me off those things, I cannot hide it from you. Truthfully, I've lost my luggage. Not just my rations and my travel money, but my maps, tent, papers, changes of clothes, and my beloved teapot. Yes, all lost. After all, my whole carriage sank into that lake. Ha ha ha. You still have the fishing rod and fan, though. Are you really a messenger? Just for context, messengers are people who go across the landscape looking for what are called catastrophes. Basically something like tsunamis, earthquakes, but on a scale of 20 times worse than what we would know. Aha! Truthfully, there's some things I'd like to keep to myself. I could never get a lie past you. So I'll have to ask you to treat me like I am. So you're looking to go with us? Indubitably. Oh, ow! How could I be so belittled about your personal beings? How'd I switch business with beings? Really, I loathe to continue inconveniencing my benefactors. Only 300 lie ahead is a village by the name of Naiwang? Rich in fine jade. There is a stage station there, and as long as I have a simple chair to rest on, a bowl. I'm getting tongue-tied on my words a lot here. A bowl of loose tea and a chance to get my things sorted. I'll be back in the saddle. No more trouble than anyone else. I mean, going with us is fine, but all that gloom piercers are pretty aggroed right now. Gloom piercers. Really strong attacks too. If you want to go with us, we're gonna need to wait until you settle down first. Oh my, I'm being such a bother to you all. I really am so sorry. That said, why isn't our benefactor Cruz back yet? There's no shortage of those beasts. Are you sure she won't need our help? If you could help, why'd you chase this far out by gloom piercers just to hold tight and wait? Yet you grace saving me demands recompense. Stuff a Paul apart. To stand by us My other benefactors brave us further danger alone. I really find it hard to bear. What about this? I have a copy of our work, Benet, a secret tomb. It's worth formidable. That improves your figure with striking efficiency. This shall be my repayment to you. Can you stop? Chill. Most certainly. Hmm? Fine, stop sizing me up like that. Just ask what you want to ask, I guess. By your dress, you two benefactors wouldn't happen to be people of a nearby village, would you? Or not? To be forward, you're not people of Yen? Nope. Then, from where do you hail? Higurashi? Brussels? Possibly somewhere even farther? Like knights journeying the compass? I've heard people of foreign lands always tend to have strange traditions like that. Is it true? Is it false? If I gotta say it, I'm from Victoria. Victoria, yes. Know it well. You have literally no idea where Victoria is, do you? Foreign lands have foreign plans. Only our masters in the cities would be mindful of them. What use would plain countryfolk have for ruminating? It's just rare to see guests from afar. The way you speak the Yen tongue was distinctively suggestive of it, hence my curiosity. I kinda looked like a Yenis right before we left, or whatever. Oh, Cruz is back. My, now, Miss Cruz, Miss Honorable Cruz. Thank you. Thank you dearly. Are you hurt? Thought I should give you a shoulder rub? A leg massage? Is this guy like cheeky? Cheeky? I have a bottle of elixir, a pancreas passed down from generations. Its price is, well, considerable. But in the face of two benefactors, I'll bite my tongue. You can have it free of charge. I thought you lost all your luggage. I still have some fine goods on me. Back up. Is what wonders living demands. Such is the way of life. Fine. Just do you. Hey. How are things up ahead? I don't know if I could do Cruz. But this is Cruz? Oh my gosh! This would be so cool. Cruz is a 3-star character. She's the one. Anyone who's played this game will hear her. I could put her in the first team when the first thing, and you can hear her go, Kokodayo! But if this is like the new skin for Cruz in the future, that would be so cool. Everyone thought this was Cruz's mother. But guess not. Just a few sorry. Shouldn't be doing that. Just a few per little guys I helped find a new home. They settled right down after that. This way we can keep head on, right? We passed through the reed marshmallows, follow the stream, and then we found the mountain. You helped home the gloom piercers? Either way, it's sorted now. We'd better get moving. Chop chop. Cruz, this sad messenger guy said he wants to go with us. Up to Niwang. Or Niwang. No problems with that? No problemo. You're the captain this time, lava mate. What you say goes. So you're the captain. My apologies, my apologies. My apologies, my apologies. Don't make his racket worse. Then I mentioned it. I still haven't asked. What should I call you? Me? I'm just a Lilliputian messenger. But necessity is my introduction to the stage? I'm sure you agree. Ha ha ha. Huh? But keeping the two of you forever in the dark would be quite unbecoming. Whatever next, ho? Just call me Mr. Nothing, then. You just came up with that, didn't you? Not at all, not at all. How could I? Just this a little? Yeah, there you go. The Ningwang place. Isn't it at the foot of the mountain Huichi? That it is! That it is! Dear benefactor, you're quite well versed in indeed to have heard word of a town so small. Then it's right on this way, isn't it? How about this, Mr. Nothing? We'll escort you there. But once we've reached where we're aiming for, you'll need to help us out a little too. Not a problem, not a problem. With my carriage in the lake bed, and me waiting for our rescue team to fish it out, my plate is completely empty. In the meantime... Oh, just as the proverb goes, a drop of kindness warrants a foundation of redress. Redress? That I should have the chance so soon to repay your grace's saving my life. Surely the heavens have smiled upon me. They have smiled upon me. Yeah, no. The genuine manner with the teary voice reminds me of a certain someone who gets a chunk knocked out of her. Someone who gets a chunk knocked out of their wages every couple of days. Alright, Captain, you decide. Oh, I got mixed up on the lines there. I thought that was lava. You pick the moments to dump him on me. Benefactor! Oh, benefactor! I plead that you must give me this chance. I gotta admit, having a local would be pretty handy. And Neon's info was ambiguous anyway. That son of a... I'm not familiar with the Yen geography or environment. And finding someone actually being a bit of a challenge. Why did Closure give her permission to do something this annoying? Because she had a surprisingly productive mood recently. Apart from playing mahjong and eating hot pot. What else has she done? Don't do that like that. If Nia knew that was how you saw her, she'd take it hard. She's used to it. I'm used to her being used to it. I'm just complaining a bit about how she's giving us so much pain. Oh, sorry. Should have let you in the loop first, Mr. Nothing. Very well. Everything you say, rest assured, I'll engrave into my flesh and soul. 3 recitations before bed Triu and I awake. It's not a big deal. Our mission really simple. We're finding a single person. 1 month before. Rhode Island's land ship. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Neon. Oh, this is Neon, sorry. Yeah. Long story short, I want to bring my little sister back here for me. Long story short, my ass. You said basically nothing. Come on, I've explained it, haven't I? I miss my family all the more on every festive day counts as an explanation? Big sisters. Big sisters miss their little sisters. As a matter of course, isn't that an ample reason? Your big sister yanks you around all the time, yeah? Don't you get it? Drop the subject before you make me even less willing to help. Alright. Even if family's got special circumstance going on, we need a stupid huge amount of personal resources to get Rhode Island deep into the heart of Yen. There's no way Closure would just roll over and let this request through. Yeah, she's let it through. She didn't just let it through, she got Cruz to go with you too. Look, come here. I bet Cruz wants a tour around Yen a bit. It's not a half bad idea. And she's been scampering through one smoky hellscape after another. It's about time she took a vacation. How'd you get Closure to agree? Ha ha ha. Don't look at me like that. I'm caught in the act. I'm doing it for Rhode Island this time. Did you mess with the engineering department again? If giving them experimental materials worth millions costs us messing with them, guilty as charged. Humanity seldom gets their hands on stuff like that. If everything goes smoothly, Rhode Island's from here on out will be a first-rate elite of regular equipment to stand shoulder to shoulder with nations. If everything goes smoothly. What the hell did you pull this time? Don't ask me. Time will soon tell. I've gone years without seeing my precious sister, Dusk. All you need to know is the name. Trust me, you'll know her when you see her. And I'll be counting on you. Why don't you go yourself? She's been hiding from me for years. Why would I need to go there and do that myself? Fine. Even though it looks like you haven't been trying that hard. Hey, since Closure gave it the go-ahead and all, you remember properly to thank me afterwards. Hey now, that's my little lava. I didn't give your costume an upgrade for nothing. Enough, just stop talking. It's a little present for you. Costumes for Ancient Forge. Didn't you actually love it? You're joking. But you know, I pretty clearly saw you spend half the day posing in front of the mirror. Go into my room without consent again and I will send you out with a bang for real. Alright. You've been wearing that combat outfit for a while anyway. Even if you still can't cut open space with your daggers. That was a stupid edit you decided to make to the script afterwards. Oh, they're talking about one of the previous events, the Ancient Forge. I didn't get to go much into that, but I think it was a story they made up. Was it? But from when I came to Rhode Islands up till now, you haven't matured a heck of a lot. And you've been learning arts for some real serious characters. So in short, whoops, I skipped through that before I read it. So in short, I leave it up to Cruz and you. I'd better warn you, just in case. She's Dusk's no pushover. She can be a ridiculous pest. Just be prepared to deal with her, and I guarantee you'll go undefeated at Mahjong afterwards. Neon, you've been hiding something from me, right? Oh? If you think so, then what's the point in asking me? Save it. I'm going to dig any deeper anyway. You aren't like us. I still can't tell that much. Well, duh. Where else would you find someone as terrifying as me, so? Oh, so? Let me just tell you this. I'm willing to help you even though I know how much of a pain that this is going to be. So when it comes down to it, you're not going to cut corners on repaying me. Ho-ho? Lava. Knows a little art of haggling. Tricky, tricky. Alright, I've decided. You drag Dusk back, and I'll grant any one request of yours. Anything goes. Such as forging a divine weapon. I've got 6 weapons concepts right now. I'm 1 short of 7. Any old one of them would be enough for you to leave your name in history. What are they? They're badass. Or maybe you'd want to know some ancient stuff from ancient times. I could consider telling you guys. Not too many people should reasonably know about it, I guess, but if you pass. Hey, don't be so heartless. Haven't you been kinda impatient with me lately? Doesn't suit you, does it? Alright, alright. Take this with you. Ooh. Nice. This is just to treat it like a sort of protective charm. After all, my sister's well. Oh, I forgot about the comma when I said that. Oh, helping find our colleague's precious sister. Estranged for years. You traveled myriads far to the place of ours, benefactors surely enough. You are made of heroic stuff. I admire you. I cannot help but admire you. Did we go to that far? No. We can already see Mount Hu-Chi ahead. But seems like it's getting late. What should we do? I'm in no rush at all. Benefactors, do as you do. The address Neon gave me just says outside Kuwu City, near Mount Chi. Mount Chi. Hu-Chi? Are there any other settlements around here? None for 1,000 little round. Just Niweng village all alone. Maybe she's living in the mountains. After all, she's the sister of Neon. I get the feeling she might. What is that? What is it you think of her? Why do I get the feeling you're not being one bit polite to her? Seeing as we don't have any further clues, it's time to shine now. Verily, I know this area well. Don't gaze at me like that. I really do know it well. When I was young, I'd frolic about this place, come the rain or shine. You have any ideas? Ah, yes. This I proclaim, clear to you, two benefactors. If you wish to find someone in this village surrounding Kuwu City, you need only visit a tea house, call out loud, and your friends and strangers alike will come rushing over. Give me one scant hour, and I'll be sure to find your... That's right. Does the person you're looking have any particular feature? What's their name? What status do they hold? She's called Dusk. She's a painter. Oh. Ooh, I like the scene. Benefactors! Benefactors! I see it! So it really was in the mountains. And B, why do I feel this mountain's a lot taller than I first looked? I'm not surprised. Well, so deep within the forest and hills without water or electricity, she built herself a thatched cottage. Benefactors, your friend sister truly has a mind for aesthetics. I won't hide it. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this already. But the scenery here is quality. I've gotta say, she's a painter. I can imagine her here. Eh? Lava? What you looking for? The protective charm from Neon. Only just realized she might have had another reason for giving it to me. And more likely, it's not anything good. But this just toss it, you know? Cruz, you really are the biggest complaints about her, aren't you? Cruz, you really are the one with the biggest complaints. Okay. Benefactors, what if I go first and ask at the door? See if anyone's in. Perhaps we've been looking in error? You don't mean that. I just feel like we can't be reckless. We're meeting her sister. We need to prepare ourselves. Let's go. Knock, knock, knock. Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? I presume she's out on a walk? In the mountains? Oh, that ominous music. Yet, you can see the water mottling this door, and the leaves have piled up dead. It doesn't give the air that anyone lives here. Should we try and knock? Hello? Is anyone there? Oh. And we got through the first dialogue. Origin Prime for our efforts. Hope that voice reading to that was alright. And now we'll have hopefully the first mission. I'll just use what I have because I'll probably end up going through it very quick. Oh!
Doctor.
Oh, because the update happened while I was doing this. The next day. Hey! Oh, we get to pick 2 of these tickets. I got 500 random. Yes. And then let's go in here. It's a good way to break up after doing all that reading, I guess. In fact, we'll break between that before we do the next one. Actually, yeah, I'll wait till after I do the first combat mission, and then we'll do a pull on the head. Just break it off between then and there. But we get the free pull today, so this should do. I'm not skilled in setting up, but should be good. Let us continue where we left off. We tell of the lame scholar's disappointment and return, and henceforth his melancholy of lost hopes. Oh, from whence does his journey come? Naturally, a painting. What painting? The scholar's lost of an old friend, his heart like unto ashes, and his decades of budding ashtray, before their minds once again moved in concert. He made his resolve, and devoted his mind in full, vowing to finish that lifetime's work. To paint what? To paint that never before seen. How would he paint it? He would think thoughts never before thought. Ah, now that we're here, this has gotten quite interesting. As you all know, the limits of one's imagination are set at what one has seen, known, experienced, relying on imagination to trick those outlining that which is yet unknown is simple enough. But to do so and trick yourself, that is hard as scaling the heavens. After all, under our heavens, where can you find one capable of thinking something as yet unseen? The scholar faced the blank paper and strained his mind for about 10 days, losing more than 30 jin of weight. Oh, he lost a lot of weight. He had already been lame, and his appearance grew even more fearful. Come the deep winter, the scholar's house had long run out of food. His neighbors feared him, and none dared approach him. Until one day, the lame scholar again woke in a haze, his limbs powerless, yet his mind clear. He knew well his limits were soon becoming. He looked around him, his home a bare 4 walls and a dim room, and felt only that all around him was void, that he had truly become alone in the world. The scholar gradually became unable to see the floor before him, wet and frozen by snowstorm, unable to hear the biting wind coming through the door and the window. He opened his eyes and blinked, fallen into primordial chaos, and felt the walls were wandering far away. His desk dissipating, his brush, paper, ink, and stone all a furrow as smoke. At a certain moment, he suddenly came to know the exact number of snowflakes in the flurry outside his window, came to know the angle of the moonlight and the truth of the clouds. He reached out, fumbling for the curtain of night, and crashed to the floor in carelessness. But the floor was no longer a hindrance to his legs. He fell underground, and then fell into the depth. He could not see with his open eyes, could not hear with the rapt's attention, the darkness surrounding him. He suddenly went into ecstasy, as if only this boundary were not existed to disturb him. He could seek the truth of his work, rather than copy out or desecrate that which had already existed. He continued to wait until all faced to know, until he could not feel even his own withered flesh, before he began to think only when all creation and all beginning had ceased to exist, and his consciousness was alone in clarity, had he briefly become master of his soul. His imagination would never again be restricted, creating works of which simultaneously existed and did not exist. On his territory of thought, all strangeness arose equal and enveloped reality. It was deep in the night, and as a teacher awoke next door, he saw the lame scholar's thatched cottage overflowing in brilliant light, spectral and dazzling, letting out all manners of sound never before heard in life, defying description. The teacher summoned his courage and stole a look through the wall. With just that one glimpse, he dared not investigate further. He heard himself back indoors, and for the very long time could not fall asleep. The next day, neighbors thronged before the thatched cottage. They forced the door and entered, discovering the scholar's remains, naught else inside. All thought he had died of the cold, and as the village headman stepped forth to look, he saw sprawled before the scholar a blank scroll of paper, covered in full in frost, and nothing drawn on it. Afterwards, the people lamented that the scholar could not leave his past, dying obsessed in front of his scroll. Others said the scholar had long since contracted some strange disease, could not control his own arts, and only thus did this strange case unfold. The teacher, who alone had glimpsed the truth, never talked with the matter with anyone else. It was only in his final moments he told his son that the disdained, lame scholar, even his name forgotten, was a true master of all eternity. Oh, why? Because that night the lame scholar had in reality fulfilled his promise. He had in reality painted that which had never been in this world. Why do I feel the books told it pretty differently? The teacher had not the time to explain, or perhaps he simply swallowed the words he did not have. Thus in the narrative heard on the streets, there is only the lame scholar's sails billowing success up to the fall of his senses. As for the truth of things, I fear not a single soul now knows. See, though, what's so hard about drawing something you never seen before? I could head back, smear up a scroll, and none of you would have ever seen that. Ah, can't put it like that. You've never seen a vast lake before, but you've seen the ponded waters after the rain. Let me tell you, lakes are ponded waters made vast. In the end, you've seen them before. If the lame scholar had strength, then this is where it lay. Well, if that's true, then what in the world did he paint? Who knows? Look, could you give the contrived story a rest? They're not exactly the most fun. You gonna tell any others? I want to hear the ending to the one with a lone soul venturous forth to heaven, twin blade lovers that split the lands. I'll tell it in due time. All of it is possible to tell under the heaven in totality, and I use my scarce precedented 100 of year or so of life to tell what I might, if I yet pursued toughness on top of it. That would be quite greedy. As you'd like to hear it, then next time I'll tell you something else. Alright. I love the little character just jumps and goes boo boo boo. My custom, my mouth is worth no money, but when you've paid your tea, see what you might have for an old man's story. Seems we've got a few new faces today, 3 mysterious visitors. I hope these strangers' tales of mine were to your satisfaction. Ah! Was that fiction? If someone told a scholar can't caught oropathy, and yet met his end in a melancholy before his wishes were complete, then I'd suddenly believe it was true. And some spice to the flourish, then the story tastes all the better. Quite sensible. My thanks. However, I'm not sure myself how many really are true. Out of all these anecdotal legends, I just have some interest in the field, nothing more. That said, while I might not be any kind of formal storyteller, I spent a long time in the village doing it. The only a few you saw are actually willing to hear me spout my nonsense. I see 3 unfamiliar faces. What brings you here? Ahem. Giving a meaningful look. Ah, right. These 2 friends of mine came from far away in search of someone. But neither of them are quite sure as aware of Yen are those of us born here. So I'm giving some small assistance, acting as their guide. How should I address you, sir? It's been many years since I left home. I long since abandoned my home name to disuse. I fancy myself literary in younger years, calling myself the umbrella boiling hermit. And though it's somewhat shameless of a title, I still use it to this day. How artistic indeed. By damned luck, I too was given no option but to leave home, and nowadays go by no and thing. I, in lieu of names, sir, and given. You can call me Brother No. How about that? I told you that was a made-up name, didn't I? Shush. Cruz, you catch something? Eh, nothing. I just reckon it's really fun to watch how he lies himself a new lair every time. So we are both men have fallen to the other side of the world. Then who's the person you three mysteries are searching for? Haha! Just as the proverb goes, chance meetings are predestiny. It truly couldn't be more opportune if we tried. Then the one we're searching for is also a painter, like in the storytell we just heard. Painter. This village is moderately sized. I have never heard of a painter here. What manner of man is this? Benefactor. May you describe? A woman. She should have big weird horns in her head. And she can use some weird arts. Also, she's a painter. And that's it? That's it. I admit with that, I have even less of an idea. Oh, this is a strange turn indeed. Could it be that you, benefactors, left this place before we came? When you, benefactors, left? The village entertains very few guests. If it's all you all say, the strange person would have to have left an impression on us. I can get someone to help you ask around. Good, good. Then we'll leave it to you, sir. And for the time being, well, Mr. Nothing. Hey, what's up with you? Where did we come from? What are you talking about? Didn't we follow this pathway and you can leave the landscape garden? Oh my gosh. Does he have a bad sense of direction? Presumably you arrived following a crowd and aired here. Aha. My garden isn't big or small, but it's tough to find your way through it. Ask a servant for help. Look at me, all befuddled. How is it I can't remember now? If you find a trace of the painter and you need the help, don't hesitate to ask me. I have some business for now, so everyone, farewell. Here, thank you, thank you. Farewell now, farewell. Benefactor, shall we go? Wait. That said, where should we take a look at? We visited the tea house, the stage station, and the gardens. Where else could there be any clues? How long has it been since we got here? Oh, why do you ask? I'd say about 2 or 3 days. Are you sure? Most likely I slept awful last night. I'm a little out of kilter. Lava! I can sense it now. It's so indistinct. It's like times like these, you've got to put up with your intuition. My intuition's telling me right now the situation's extremely messed up. Is it some kind of mind level of Iridium arts? Hmm, if it is arts. Benefactors, why are you muttering? If we don't hurry up, it'll get dark on us. What are you talking about? It's still so light. Uh-oh. The sky. The color. Did we never look at the sky before? We should have noticed the moment we lifted our heads. Now that's odd. But Benefactor, what's going on? Look over there. Is that a moon now? And it's broad daylight now, isn't it? Why have they lit the lanterns on other end of the bridge? Look behind you. Eh? The horizon on the other side is that the sun? Hey, you think us coming back from there to counted as going one full day and night? This really new to me. Yan always told me that Yan was full of weird, unseen wonders, and landscapes like this too. Hold on. I think there's something in my pocket. Is this charm Neon gave me? Oh! It's all colored and lit up. Wait a minute. Hold on. No, that's not right. What the hell am I... the hell do I mean? Landscapes like this. What was I thinking? Huh? Mr. Nothing! I'm here. Is this Niwang village or not? Does it need to be said? Paying close attention, it seems a little off. There isn't another village anywhere around. This isn't right, it's not right. Cruise. We left Rhode Island, reached Kuwu City first, stocked up, and then left the next morning. We were heading across the wastes to Mount Huichi. We saw a crashed car, and then you two benefactors dealt with the beasts and saved me. Just took them up a nice new pit to build their nest in. That's all. And then we... Then we went straight up Mount Huichi, found a thatched cottage. I pushed open its door. Bells? Where are they coming from? The bells are sounding. The bells are sounding. Hey everyone, call your families out. Move quickly. What's happening? It's been so long. Why is it happening today? Excuse me. Can I ask what's happening? Are you outsiders? The bells means monsters are coming from the West Mountains. Those monsters can't stand light. Just run to where the sun is, and you'll be safe. Monsters? What monsters? Look, I've got no time to chat with you. Get out of my way, I need to bring my wife over here. Mama, Mama! Is everyone here? We're still missing someone. Start looking fast. Benefactors, benefactors! Let us hurry and take shelter. They said we'll be fine when we run somewhere where the sun is. Then let us hurry, benefactors. Cruise. Ready. Good. Benefactors, this is no time to jokes. We're no better than paste on our own. Let's hide before we do anything else. Here, here. Why are you charging ahead of them? Alas, my good benefactors, you... Wait for me! Wait for a moment! Oh, here we go. Oh, we finally get to see the monsters.
教習オペレーターの基準は厳しいよ。私の動きについてきて。
Oh, that music's nice.
主の名を掲げ、この旗の下へ集え。
What's it called?
こんなセリフを
Bitey.
言ってみたかったんだ。
Common ink spirit. Apparently some kind of communal organism gets lonely when left by itself.
みんな助けに来たよ。ついてきて。
問題ないよ。即戦即決。
りんごちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
Jackpot.
ロックンロール。戦場、それは変わらないもの。
Okay. Speed this up.
本気で行くよ。
即戦即決。
バラージュ。うわ、本気で行くの怖くないよ。行ってきまーす。行けー。
Maybe. Huh?
チェーンソーのうなり声が聞こえる？はやー、アップルパイ。本気で行くよ。
問題ないよ。いや悪いね。僕は別に。
雪が。ダダダダダ。行けー。リオポーレント。Mission accomplished.
Oh. See, most of my characters are E2'd and E1 and stuff, so shouldn't have no problems getting through most of these missions. Although, it's only for the first few, I guess. Never know. What are these things? Infected creatures? Haven't noticed any single infection though. And you say creatures, but whenever I shoot them, they just turn into black stains and disappear. Some kind of arts? Could be. This can't go on. There's too many of them. Need to find source. Direction they did enter village from. Horizons getting darker, lava. I know. Still gonna chase them? We're still not sure how we even got here. Things are a little weird. I'm not a fan of getting too deep right now. Even if it leads, we don't need to rush the hard. Benefactors! Why'd you come but us? What nonsense! What could I abandon my benefactors and flee alone? Do you know what these things are? I've never seen them before either. Look at how their legs are trembling. Look at how my legs are trembling. They are not some kind of yen specially, right? As if they could be. If this gallery of oddities were crawling all on this land, they would have long since broken the national news. Bruce, Mr. Nothing, listen to me. Can't remember it at all. What happened after I pushed open the wooden cottage door. When I can remember, when I came to my senses, I was already in the garden listening to the umbrella boiling hermit. Right, listen to the umbrella boiling hermit tell stories. Absolutely no impression of how it came to be here. Also, I don't know where here is either. We're all the same. Benefactor, there's one thing I know for certain. This isn't Niwang village. Though I haven't visited Niwang for a few years, the way of the land is fashioned quite old. I ran all the way here just now. I saw not a single electric cable. That makes things even tougher. Isn't just like we're dreaming, eh? I know what you're thinking, but right now, we've got nothing other way. We can only trust each other. Oh, benefactors, you shouldn't doubt me now. I'm not some sort of lout that floats others' graces to him. I'd hardly even be able. That's not what I meant. I'm just taking in the situation. Everything's been too strange. We're not saying we don't trust you. Nothing, mate. It's just we need to be cool and think about all possibilities here. Baseline, it's like some kind of trap. Whether everything in front of us is real or not is a tough question. Now, benefactor, don't treat me like I'm young. I may be carefree as the wind, but I'd still wager I'm an older than you. Iridium arts. Possibilities there. But the difficulty beyond is it is connected to some specific place. Or did they conjure an outright illusion for us? Be quite eccentric, my benefactors. Any normal person would never be capable of this line of thought, though under these pressing circumstances. Any normal person, yeah. Even if we don't know where we are, the geography is way off. The sun and the moon are fixed in opposite places. Most of the houses are built towards the night side here, while the farms and markets are on the other end, but the locals seem totally used to it. And now, those things? We need information. Faster the better. Oh. Bells are ringing again. You only hear bells ring that sound like this in Yen and Higurashi. The bells! The bells! Everyone, it's alright. We're safe. Oh. And two characters that look the same around the screen at the same time. I was really confused. So soon? I didn't notice a hint of those things. Saw those outsiders pushing back those monsters for us. They're not even scared of those things. As I see it, we should do this in one go. Charge in the mountain and wipe them the root. I've had it with how though they just come whenever they want. Don't be like that. It can't be too difficult. Oh, sir, you're back. I, Chu Huan, go now and find those 3 heroes. And tell them I insist they come to my place for a chat, lest we neglect them. We must properly convey our thanks. Got it. Oh! Doggo! Hark! I am most at home when I work the spell. If the old priest of my monastery knew I were still so diligent in foreign lands, he would surely be comforted severalfold. Saga! Oh. Oh, the shopkeeper. What is the matter? I heard the bell. That means it's over, right? I heard from Mr. Chuan that some guests from afar helped defend the village. Have you seen them? Nay, I haven't been posted at the bell all this time, have I not? Yet, if I had a bell tower like onto the one at the monastery, mayhaps I could have seen them from afar. To speak of which, I have been here for some time now. This is the first time I have seen the ink spirits come in such great waves. Is it mere happenstance? That's why I want to ask if you could go meet those strangers. Oh? Oya? Oya? Oya?
すべては秩序にのっとるべきだ。摂理に反する
Yay!
誰にも許されない。
Finally! Now, I'm just gonna take a moment. I need to get some water. And I will be back in a sec. I'll just put this cover up for the moment, and I'll be back in a little mo. Ah. And there we go. They always do so well with the music. Now, here we go. Suffering Rebirth. human beast, days and nights. From all four winds, call come, and all yields to brush. Some ink, sticks. I have to get these through the event. There's a lot to do. So, hopefully some of the missions don't have, you know, dialogue all the time before it. That my throat will just probably crop out. Have to get to R4 to unlock the character. So I hope I can get there. But first, because I will probably stop so that I can have some lunch. And then I will get back to this shortly after. If anyone wants to say anything about this or has any interest as to how they felt this went, it's good to know. So right, now I get to do what I've been holding off for a long time to do. We have our free headhunting for today because of the event. Hey, Beanstalk.
今日からここで。このケースの中身？この子は PK キって言うんだ。ほら、
So yeah, these are the operators for this event. The ones I hope to get are Dusk and Saga. Or the hope. It also knows neons on it. But I have my pulls. I can. I think. Well, I'll start with the one pulls because we get those out the way. So here we go. Yeah, I still have guaranteed 5-star or higher within the next 7 rolls. So we get these ones out first. Of course, once I get a 5-star or 6-star character, this guarantee will disappear. Hibiscus. Okay, and then 2 more of these to do. Just go through them. Pinecone. Okay. Now we have our special headhunting. And we're 3 rolls away, so there's a guaranteed 5 or 6-star within these 10. Okay. Here we go. Dun dun dun. And it's a guaranteed 5-star. If it was a 6-star, you'd see like flames coming in with that gold. Yep. I'll try not to go through them. And the 5-star is
ウユにしよう。死去ウユのウ
に
ユ
しよう。
だ。貴殿がドクターかい？つまり私の新しいご主人？どうだい？肩を叩こうか、それとも足を揉んでほしい？
First star?
ドクターってあなたのことでしょうか。はじめまして、私は BSW から来ました。ジェシカと申します。すみません、自己紹介は少し苦手で。
どうも。
どうも。
行動予備隊 A6 のスポットだ。
A6 のスポット。
俺の仕事はいつも無茶するメンバーたちを守ってやることだと思う。
我が主の盟友よ。
メニュー
あなたに
よ。
ヒーラの祝福を。俺はシルバーアッシュ様をお守りする盾マッターホルンと申します。
すみません、ドクターの執務室はこちらでよろしかったでしょうか。ドクターはいらっしゃいま。え、あなたがドクター？私はビル。
Oh.
ラバ
Yeah,
術師だ。
there's lava.
暇でしょうがなかったからなんとなくここに来たってわけなんだが、
If a character's
私の天敵もここにいるって聞いてな。
new, you get these
今から
duplicates.
抜けてもいい
Or
か？
sorry, if you've had the character before, you get duplicates, and those can be used towards certificates. I'll show the certificate shop if it makes sense.
人を見る目があるな、ボス。世界で一番強い
The more
地下
stars
戦
the
闘士と
character
は
has, the better.
値のことさ。
So because she's a 4-star character, we get 30 of these rather than just 5 for 3 stars.
あれれ、ここはどこ？僕は誰？
There we go. All the stuff we got and the distinctions. Just to make sense, because just before I do the rest of the identity clothes. So let's see, we got Beanstalk. She got a potential up, which means depending on potential, you get different things. So the first one's DP cost, redeployment time, then their attack speed, then kind of like a loop of the first few things. And DP is how many points it costs to deploy her. Let's see, we've got Mr. Nothing for his skills. Active effect. When HP is lower than 20%, stop attacking and blocking enemies. Becomes less likely to be targeted by enemies. Restores 6% of HP every second. Passive effect, block 1. Cautious retreat. Okay. Has reduced redeployment time, but DP cost is not refunded upon retreating. While deployed, 3 DP are consumed every 3 seconds probably. What's his second ability? When the skill is activated, attack plus 20% gained following effects are random. Every attack reduces target's ASP minus 20. Lasts for 5 seconds and does not stack. ASPD goes up by 15%. 15. Or gain 30 physical dodge and 1 block. Unlimited duration, can manually deactivate this skill. Shame you can't tell which one I get. After not attacking for 4 seconds, increase attack of next attack to 125% and stun the target for 3 seconds. Okay, so he might be the guy you put behind someone else. Does he have? No, he does not have. Okay. So you drop him in and drop him out. That's cool. have all my sanity I'll need to
一杯どう
use
だ
before time
私
runs
が
out
おごろ
today.
う仕事の後は息抜き
But
も
I'll
必要
finish on
だ
this. I'll do the headhunting here, and then we'll see what we get. I don't have a lot of a random, so be like all 4 stars.
医療オペレーターのススーロです。ドクターは各方面に精通していて、オペレーターたちの指導者って聞いたけど、医者の言うことはちゃんと聞いてもらうよ。はじめまして、他社のチャンネルへようこそ。医師見習いのアンセルです。外科のアシスタントを担当します。よろしくお願いいたします。はじめまして、ドクター。
Hey, nice. We get some beanstalk potential.
このケースの中身？はあ、この子は PK キって言うんだ。プリムと申します。以前はラテラーの護衛隊に所属しておりました。あなたの矛となり、翼となり、命をお守りするために戦う所存です。どうも、ヘイズだよ。好きなものは気楽な職場と口うるさくないご主。医師見習いのアンセルです。外科のアシスタントを担当します。よろしくお願いいたします。はじめまして、上官ロンメン消防署。
Shaw
ど
the
うぞよろしくお
rapper.
願いします。こんにちは。ムースと呼んでください。医師見習いのハイビスカスです。みんなから
Probably
は
speak
ハイ
to
ビ
them.
スって呼ばれてます。
Meaning alone?
今日からドクターとロドスの皆さん。
Oh, she was the last. Hibiscus was the last one on the list. Okay. And let's see. Here we go. Oh, 5-star character.
ラバ術師だ。暇でしょうがなかったから、なんとなくここに。
Who is it? Hey, it's Mayor. I have Mayor, but potential improvement's always good.
そうだよ。ラボって言っても他のメンバーはいないの。私一人でやってるんだ。すごいでしょ。
Oh,
こんにちは、ドクタ
got
ー。
here. Oh. Okay, so we got one more pine cone. I'll probably leave that here for now. Oh, have I potentials there? I will see you then. I hope that this was suitable, and hope you all are doing well. And if I do more later on, I hope you will be able to enjoy it. Bye then.